often considered both a sport and a cultural celebration. Did you know that the Donkey Derby was also part of more significant village festivities, featuring other activities such as merry-go-rounds and ring games for children, kite-flying competitions, boat races in coastal areas, and food and cultural showcases celebrating local traditions? These additions transformed the Donkey Derby into more than just a race. It became a full-fledged community event that united people from different backgrounds. Did you know that the event attracted families, local businesses, and community leaders, strengthening village pride and unity? Many remember the event fondly as an occasion that encouraged social interaction, laughter, and friendly competition among neighbors. Did you know that donkeys were widely used as working animals in farming and transportation, making them an everyday part of life for many people? This made the races even more relatable and entertaining, as competitors would often be racing animals they used in their daily routines. Did you know that over time, the Donkey Derby gradually faded from Dominica's cultural calendar? A combination of factors led to its decline, including urbanization and modernization, which reduced the reliance on donkeys for transportation and labor. The shift towards new forms of entertainment, such as television and other sports, gained popularity, and logistical challenges in organizing and maintaining the event over the years. Despite its disappearance, the Donkey Derby remains an integral part of Dominica's social history, remembered by those who attended the races or heard stories from past generations. Did you know? Made possible compliments the good folks of Quartz Dominica Limited.
Everyone listens to the nation station DBS Radio.
DBS News. Fresh in the morning. Eye-opening and balanced. The DBS Morning News starts right now.
This morning's headlines: the Dominica Hotel and Tourism Association has outlined a set of recommendations for the cruise sector. In news from the region, the United Nations says Jamaica is still struggling to rebuild 50 days after Hurricane Melissa's unprecedented destruction. And the United States suspends green card lottery scheme after the latest university shooting. Good morning, I'm Gavin Uchas with the DBS Major Morning News. The details right after this.
Peter, where did you put the Lay's chips?
Oh, shucks. I forgot them at home on the counter.
You must be joking. Boy, turn around. No chips, no picnic. He knows that whether it's a picnic, entertaining at home, snacks for the children, or just liming, we always have Frito-Lay chips and snacks with a wide variety of brands, all made natural and continually improving on their products. Frito-Lay snacks is a must for any occasion. There is more than just fun in Frito-Lay snacks. Distributed by Fine Foods Inc. and available at shops and supermarkets all around Dominica. Forgot them at home. He want to spoil my day. Frito-Lay, good food for the fun of it.
Since 1910, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited has proudly served Dominica, offering a wide variety of products and services in shipping, logistics, insurance, travel, retail, and wholesale. We are committed to serve you. Contact us today at 767-255-1100 or visit us at our main office on Old Street, Roseau. From humble beginnings to proud achievements, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited.
Petro Caribe. Tank installation is part of our mission. Excellent client support is what we got. Contribution to development of Dominica. Supply of LPG at an affordable rate. Let's go. Petro Caribe straight. No time to waste. So come on everyone with me to Petro Caribe. 250 gallon propane tank. 420 pound propane tank. 100 pound LPG cylinder. Petro Caribe. 20 pound fiberglass cylinder. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe.
This Christmas, Flo's making the season merrier when you add postpaid to internet. Unwrap a new smartphone for only $10. Plus, we're giving you 35% off your mobile bill and win even more goodies with our Spin the Wheel Christmas promotion. This Christmas, the rewards are on us. Add postpaid to your internet plan today in-store or visit discoverflow.co for more info. Terms and conditions apply. Flow, we keep your Christmas rhythm flowing.
DBS News.
Welcome back. Thanks for staying with us. First up in the news this morning, the Dominica Hotel and Tourism Association has outlined a number of recommendations for the cruise sector. Kitwani Ferrara is president of the DHTA.
Our recommendation moving forward: stay over arrival levy at $20 collected via IATA and allocated to the Tourism Development Fund. Increase in cruise head tax with at least $6 allocated to the Tourism Development Fund. Eliminating all site fees, establishing Dominica as a one national park destination. Creating a dedicated, jointly managed Tourism Development Fund with private public sector oversight, a guarantee that levy, funds, and cruise head tax are used strictly to address the long-standing gap in the marketing and site maintenance funding, ensure special consideration for ferry arrivals, such as the elimination of the embarkation tax in lieu of new levy. We emphasize that the DHTA holds a strong history of constructive collaboration with the government. During COVID-19, we worked together to safeguard jobs and revive the sector. We fully support major public investments in airlift, including the recent runway expansion and securing additional flights, along with the continued work on the international airport development, all critical to the sector's development.
And that's President of the Dominica Hotel and Tourism Association, Kitwani Ferrara. Health Minister Kasani Laville says Dominica is grateful to the government of the People's Republic of China for its assistance in Dominica's health sector. Mr. Laville says thousands of Dominicans have been touched by China's generosity. He says a 5-year agreement on health, which runs into 2030, will see several Chinese health practitioners arriving in Dominica.
The relationship between the Commonwealth of Dominica and the People's Republic of China is rooted in mutual respect, shared priorities, and a genuine commitment to improving the lives of our citizens. Nowhere is this friendship more evident than right here in this health sector. Since 2019, China has dispatched medical teams to Dominica to support health services. Over the past 16 years, approximately 40 Chinese medical doctors have worked right here in Dominica, delivering vital services across multiple specialties, strengthening local capacity, and providing hope and healing to thousands of our Dominican people, and including during critical times like natural disasters or COVID-19 pandemic. Under a renewed 5-year agreement, 2025 through 2030, the Chinese medical professionals will continue to serve on our island, ensuring continuity and resilience in health service delivery. This flagship Dominica-China Friendship Hospital stands most certainly as a monument to this collaboration.
And that was Minister for Health, Kasani Laville. Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerritt is reporting that over 9,000 Dominican electorates have participated in the voter confirmation process. Mr. Skerritt says electoral reform, which began in Dominica this year, has lived up to expectation.
On the issue of electoral reform, I must say that we have successfully started the implementation of all of the reform measures in the year 2025. The government of Dominica successfully implemented electoral reform measures in 2025, seeking to strengthen the integrity, the transparency, and the credibility of our democratic system. After nearly 2 decades of national discussion, consultation, and advocacy, Parliament passed the necessary legislation to modernize Dominica's electoral framework. Central to this reform is the voter confirmation exercise, which officially commenced in October 15, 2025, and is now well underway. Through this process, registered voters are asked to visit designated confirmation centers to verify their information, present the required identification, have their photographs taken, and confirm their eligibility under the new system. This exercise allows for the cleaning and updating of the voters' lists and paves the way for the issuance of voter identification cards, ensuring that the register accurately reflects those who are legitimately entitled to vote in Dominica's election.
Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit, Mr. Skerrit has encouraged the public to show their interest in the voter confirmation process, which began on the 15th of October.
The confirmation process has been designed to be simple, accessible, and convenient. I therefore urge every citizen, here at home and abroad, who is a registered voter to take part in the process. This is not a time to stay away or to be discouraged. It is a time to engage. Confirming your registration is your right, and it is also your responsibility. This government successful introduction of electoral reform in 2025 is also putting people first. And so far, over 9,000 Dominicans have confirmed their registration. So this is good going so far.
Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit. Leader of the United Workers' Party, Dr. Thompson Fontaine, has called on the Electoral Commission to restore the use of birth certificates as a reliable means for the voter confirmation process. Dr. Fontaine told a press conference of his party that refusal by the Electoral Commission could prevent thousands of Dominican electorates from having the opportunity to participate in the confirmation process, which began on the 15th of October.
We therefore, and we again call on the Electoral Office to get its act together, to act in a responsible and transparent manner, to uphold democracy and protect our electoral process from fraud and abuse. We therefore demand that the Electoral Office immediately restore the use of birth certificates along with a photo ID as a reliable and just means to confirm voters' names on the list. That the Electoral Office accommodate villages they have ignored by either opening new offices in those places or sending their enrollment officers to take the names of those who want to confirm. It is time to clean up the confirmation mess. Inaction is not an option. We will never accept, I repeat, never accept the disenfranchisement of the Dominican voter. In the meantime, we encourage persons already in possession of driver's licenses or passports or social security cards to find the closest confirmation center and confirm their names on the voters list.
And that's leader of the United Workers' Party, Dr. Thompson Fontaine. He says he is willing to work on a bipartisan committee with government to address what he says is an increase in cases of mentally disturbed individuals.
As I have traveled across this beautiful country, I've come across mentally disturbed individuals in practically every village, something that was not observed in Dominica even 10, 15 years ago. So let us act together to deal with this situation. Today, as a leader of the United Workers' Party, I am offering to work together with the government of Dominica on a bipartisan committee that will explore solutions to this crisis which continues to threaten our youth. Our party has access to professionals who can offer their services and work together with those in government to come up with solutions. But in the meantime, as the government ponders on our request, we would recommend that it pays greater attention to the increasing mental health issues in this country, where young people continue to fall through the cracks.
And that was leader of the United Workers' Party, Dr. Thompson Fontaine. And the Dominica Hotel and Tourism Association representative, Samantha Lita, says government's efforts to increase airlift into Dominica is commendable. She says improved airlift will greatly benefit the sector.
We also wish to take this opportunity to commend the government on positive momentum being generated in expanding airlift to Dominica, as recently announced. Increased and more reliable air access is critical to the growth of stay-over tourism, to our investor confidence, and to sustaining employment across the sector. When combined with strong environmental stewardship, this improved connectivity positions Dominica well for resilience and high-value tourism growth. The DHTA looks forward to strengthening this collaborative approach with engagement with the ministry and all relevant stakeholders, and to seeing the commitments outlined translate to effective, on-the-ground outcomes. We remain ready to collaborate in support of a tourism industry that protects our natural heritage while delivering lasting benefits to the people of Dominica.
And that's representative of the Dominica Hotel and Tourism Association, Samantha Leita. Well, let's head into news from the region this morning as the United Nations says Jamaica is still struggling to rebuild 50 days after Hurricane Melissa's unprecedented destruction. The Category 5 hurricane ravaged the Caribbean island, leaving behind an unprecedented trail of destruction back in October. Dennis Zulu, the UN resident coordinator for Jamaica, said current estimates placed the total damage and loss between $8 billion to $15 billion US dollars, nearly a quarter of Jamaica's gross domestic product. He said the hurricane affected more than 626,000 people and claimed 45 lives. He says despite notable progress in recovery efforts, 90 emergency shelters are still up and running, accommodating nearly 950 people who have yet to return home. He said entire communities are still fully exposed, with at least 120,000 buildings, most of them in southwestern Jamaica, having lost their roofs. And on the international scene, the U.S. President Donald Trump has suspended the U.S. green card lottery scheme in the wake of a mass shooting at Brown University, which 2 people were killed. The suspect, a Portuguese man who was found dead yesterday, entered the country through the Diversity Lottery Immigrant Visa Program in 2017 and was granted a green card. Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem said she has paused the visa scheme under Trump's direction to ensure no more Americans are harmed by this program. He said the program makes up 50,000 visas available each year through a random selection process among entries from countries with low rates of immigration to the United States. Well, that's the news. A quick recap of the headlines. The Dominica Hotel and Tourism Association has outlined a number of recommendations for the cruise sector. The United Nations says Jamaica is still struggling to rebuild after Hurricane Melissa, and the United States suspends the green card lottery scheme after latest university shooting. That's the news. Stay tuned for sports.
Transform your meals with the superb quality that is found in Robert's products. Become a master baker with bubble crease shortening. Add a touch of love to your food with sunflower soft luxury spread. Perfect your bread with glow spread margarine. Add mellow cream, the tastemaker flavor to all your gravies, soups, and stews. Robert's, for the love of cooking. Distributed by Fine Foods, the biggest distributor of the biggest brands found in Dominica.
Since 1910, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited has proudly served Dominica, offering a wide variety of products and services in shipping, logistics, insurance, travel, retail, and wholesale. We are committed to serve you. Contact us today at 767-255-1100 or visit us at our main office on Old Street, Roseau. From humble beginnings to proud achievements, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited.
Petro Caribe. Tank installation is part of our mission. Excellent client support is what we got. Contribution to development of Dominica. Supply of LPG at an affordable rate. Let's go. Petro Caribe straight. No time to waste. So come on everyone with me to Petro Caribe. 250 gallon propane tank. 420 pound propane tank. 100 pound LPG cylinder. Petro Caribe. 20 pound fiberglass cylinder. Petro Caribe, 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 Caribe.
Well, of course, we'd like to apologize for what's going on at DBS Radio. Apparently, we've just experienced a bit of a power outage, and we'll need a few minutes to get things back on stream as we continue with the DBS Morning News. So we've experienced a power outage, and we should be back up any moment from now.
This Christmas, Flow is making the season merrier when you add postpaid to internet. Unwrap a new smartphone for only $10. Plus, we're giving you 35% off your mobile bill and win even more goodies with our Spin the Wheel Christmas promotion. This Christmas, the rewards are on us. Add postpaid to your internet plan today in-store or visit discoverflow.co for more info. Terms and conditions apply. Flow, we keep your Christmas rhythm flowing.
Nation and beyond. DBS Sports Report.
Rudolph Thomas Enterprise in Portsmouth, your suppliers of building materials and hardware products. Over 20 years experience in the business. Rudolph Thomas has lumber and plywood, Portland and tile cement, steel rods, galvanized and fenced pipe. And Rudolph Thomas can meet all your wire needs. Galvanized roofing sheets, doors, windows, toilet sets, face basins, and bidets. PVC piping, fittings, and lattice. Check out Rudolph Thomas for ceramic and vinyl floor and wall tiles, nails, nuts and bolts, paint and painting supplies. And check out their line of electrical and hand tools. And Rudolph Thomas is your one-stop shop for hard-to-find items like fiberglass mat and fiberglass resin and welding rods. Go now to Rudolph Thomas on 1240 Bay Street in Portsmouth.
This Christmas, bring home the joy with NBD. Apply for an NBD credit card or personal loan, and you could be one of our lucky winners in a special Christmas shopping spree. Celebrate the season with friends and family. Shop for your holiday favorites and make this Christmas truly magical. Make your season brighter. Visit any NBD branch today. For more information, go to nbddominica.com or call 767-255-2300. Hurry! This festive offer ends January 9th, 2026. Don't miss your chance to bring home the joy. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome to the Morning Sports. Let's bowl off with cricket news as a century stand between John Campbell and Brandon King, as the West Indies are looking strong in reply to New Zealand's massive first innings score. But there's still a lot of work to be done to save the third test match, where Brandon King got an unbeaten half-century. And the West Indies, they will still need a big effort with the bat tonight. New Zealand resuming from an overnight total of 334 for 1. They went on to declare on 575 for 8. Devon Conway, he got 227, Tom Latham 137, and Rashin Ravindra 72 not out. Jaden Seals, Anderson Phillip, and Justin Graves, they took 2 wickets each for the West Indies. The West Indies in reply, they reached 110 without loss at stumps on day 2. Brandon King was not out on 55 and John Campbell unbeaten on 45. So the scores as we head into day 3, it's New Zealand 575 for 8 declared. The West Indies 110 without loss. The West Indies are trailing by 465 runs. In some more cricket news, Travis Head got an unbeaten century as Australia continued to pile on the pressure in the third Ashes test with England. The Australians are in with a healthy second innings lead, and they will be looking to set England a massive target when play resumes on day 4 later tonight. Of course, Travis Head, he got 142 not out to guide Australia to 271 for 4 at stumps on day 3, a lead of 356. Earlier in the day, England were bowled out for 286. So the scores so far, it's Australia 371 and 271 for 4. England 286. The Australians are in front by 356 runs, and play will resume at 7:30 this evening. In some more cricket news, one of the coaches of the Dominica Cricket Academy, Sam Kernan, says he's disappointed that Dominica's Arsenio Fontaine was not called up to the West Indies' final 15-man squad for the Under-19 World Cup. Fontaine, who is Dominica's leading youth batsman, was named as a reserve for the January tournament in Zimbabwe and Namibia. Fontaine was initially named in the team for the series against Sri Lanka and England this year. He had a top score of 39 in the series against England and managed a half-century in the 5-match series against Sri Lanka. He scored a total of 195 runs in the two series at an average of 20. However, it must be noted that Fontaine started out as a number 3 batsman before being thrusted into the opening position. Coach Sam Kernan says he felt that Fontaine did enough to be included in the team, but the selectors had raised some concerns.
To be honest, against Sri Lanka, he performed credibly, but what they said to me was his strike rate. So, in one-day cricket, they're looking for at least a run a ball. So if you face 100 balls, they're looking at least 400 runs. He was down to 76 against pace and down to 74 against spin. That means his strike rate is not high enough for an opener. Well, initially, when he came back from Antigua, we were training for him to bat at number 3. Yeah? So I was quite surprised when we went down to Grenada. He was thrust into the opening position, and the guy who was opening was batting at number 3. The guy who was batting at number 3 was making runs at the top, and he wasn't making runs at number 3. However, he has a really good strike rate. He's hitting over 100. So we have to understand that in the white ball game, they're looking for quick starts, and the strike rotation has to be over 100 plus, if that makes sense.
He says Fontaine was being prepared to bat at number 3, and the sudden change to open the batting was made during the England series.
If you send me a program as the coach, and you intimated he's batting at number 3 or down the order, the mindset is different as opposed to when you go and open. Had I known that he was going to go and open, what we would have been doing in preparation would have been totally different, because it's all about mindset and technical skills at the top. Now, we trained for him batting at number 3, and then for him suddenly to be pushed up to open the batting. But I thought that, he should have made the team. He's actually on reserve, but I think he deserves to be on the team, to be fair. I think he has another chance to make the World Cup team, but I think at this point in time, he should have been taken along based on his performances against Sri Lanka and what he has done in the regional setup. They have other ideas, and the only bright spark or bright thing I say to him was, at least we have another chance to get to the next World Cup. So that is what we're working on.
And that's one of the coaches at the Dominica Cricket Academy, Sam Kernan. Let's move to some football news as Kurwan Israel continued with his hot form in front of goal to pilot Fonkole FC into the finals of the DFA Division 1 President's Cup last night. Well, Fonkole took down South City FC in a high-scoring affair in the semi-finals at the DFA Technical Center. Fonkole got onto the score sheet after just 40 seconds, and they took a 5-0 lead in the first half before South City could respond. The game ended 6-3. Kurwan Israel, he got a hat-trick for Fonkole. Shamari Bob, Kurdel Joseph and Ote Zave also scored for Fonkole, while Ian Oscar got a hat-trick for South City. Fonkole head coach, Ryson Williams.
Well, it was a good game. The plan, we execute our plan to perfection, and we just had a few laps in the end. We give the number 11 too much space, and he ended up capitalizing on it. But otherwise, it was a good game. Yeah.
All right, so it was a good game. You got a goal literally in the first 30 seconds there so of the game. So how much do you think that would have influenced the game overall?
Well, we had decided we want an early goal, but I find come really earlier, so that break down the mentality of the other team.
All right, and once again, Israel, another good game for him, another hat-trick?
Well, Israel is aiming to be one of the best things in Dominica. hailing from that village of Fonkole there. Yeah, he have it coming, man. Yeah.
All right, so that sets up a date with Buffett State on Sunday in the finals. Buffett State would have beaten Mighty Avengers. What do you take from that game against Mighty Avengers as you look to prepare for Buffett State on Sunday?
Well, Buffett State came back for revenge for that match in the finals there. So now we just watching, we're letting our players do the talking on the field, on the pitch, not with their mouth. Yeah, so now we just assessing the situation and we will see what goes on from it.
And that's the Fonkole head coach, Royson Williams. Meantime, South City coach Sean Martin says his team was slow out of the gates.
Our marking was a problem. We weren't marking properly at the beginning of the half, and that definitely cost us as well. When we spoke to you guys halftime, we saw a big improvement. If you notice, I actually told them we won the second half because we won. The score in the second half was 2-1, and that just showed the kind of a character the guys have. Come in second half and they played a bit better, and which we were expecting even from the beginning of the game. But when you go down in a tight game like that against a team that have been playing good throughout the season, it's kind of difficult for you to come back. So in the first half we lost the game, but I'm still proud of the guys. Throughout the season they have played well to reach this far. So I just want to tell them, well, keep it up, and then we just go Sunday for the next game.
As you mentioned, there's one more game to go, so you can still look at a third place. But overall, you touched on it in terms of your season. What did you take from this year's competition as relatively new guys on the block?
Well, we're taking a lot from it because we are very proud of our accomplishments so far. Just being a second year in the league, so we're looking to make a few signings for the new season to improve on the team because we know we are weak, and it is a matter of developing from there.
And that's the South City FC coach Sean Martin. Well, Fonkole FC will meet Buffett State FC in the finals on Sunday. Dewin Center Mighty Avengers will meet South City FC in the third place match on Sunday as well. And finally, this morning, coach of the National Under-17 women's football team, Roselia Regis, says she's confident that Dominica will get better results despite the start so far in the women's Windward Islands Under-17 football tournament in Grenada. Well, Dominica has started off the competition with 2 defeats, going down to St. Vincent and Grenada.
Despite the results, we have shown improvement in every game, from the goalkeeper to the attackers. We're using this tournament to assess our current level of match fitness, game awareness, and team cohesion, which are our primary objectives. The matches have highlighted specific areas where we must focus our efforts, finishing, being more clinical in the attacking third, tactical, sharpening our decision-making in key moments, mental, being focused and confident, physical, building on the match fitness to keep high level of play. The scoreline does not reflect their true ability, but an eye-opener showing exactly where we need to grow. The players are aware of these areas and the responsibility to improve. Hard work and discipline are never easy to follow, but trusting in the process and learning from these experiences will for sure bring success.
And that's coach of the National Women's Under-17 football team, Roselia Regis. Dominica went down to St. Vincent and the Grenadines last night, 2-1, and they also lost their opening match against Grenada, 2-1 as well. But that's where we'll come to the end of the DBS Morning Sports Report. We'll have some more sporting highlights for you throughout the course of the day. On behalf of the entire news and sports departments, our links person, Hazari Williams, I'm Gavin Richards saying good morning.
This Christmas, bring home the joy with NBD. Apply for an NBD credit card or personal loan, and you could be one of our lucky winners in a special Christmas shopping spree. Celebrate the season with friends and family. Shop for your holiday favorites and make